Hey y'all, Diamond Lou here. Something a little different for you. Today we were out running around and we ended up on Bolivar Island, and so we just thought we'd stop off at Fort Travis. This is a fort that was built actually before the Civil War. So we're going to take you on a little tour of the gun batteries that are left. So this first picture here is just your intro sign, and there's a lot of wind this day, so I just used my phone, so just bear with the wind. So in this first picture here that's coming up, just kind of pause her and give her a quick read of this plaque. Best way to do that, I think. And then I'm going to go ahead and stop voicing over. So I was speaking through most of the video here, but it's very windy, so I'll try to kind of cover up where I can. Y'all enjoy. Yeah, here we are, Kimbo Battery. This is on Bolivar Island off Galveston. See, here is the original Kimbo Battery. These were large gun emplacements. World War I and II, I believe, and they would fire off. That's looking out into the Gulf of Mexico and out towards the jetties. That's Galveston across the way over there. Right there. So this battery was here. We got an emplacement over there. We'll go see that in a minute. This is all here to help protect the shipping lanes here coming in and out of Port of Houston. This is one of the batteries right here. We're going to go around to the front side and get in there. My wife's standing down there waiting on me, so I'm going to jump off and we'll come back when we get to the other side. On the other side now. So this is all part of the Kimball Battery. Walk down in here. These would have been storage areas. I see nothing. Alright, here we go. So something there, do you? Hello? I caught that light just right for a second there. Forgot to bring my flashlight. No ghost. There would have been a big steel door right here. Seal that up. Pull out. The door will look just like this. Those massive hinges on these things. That's impressive. Some lock, huh? So they've sealed a lot of these up. Officer's latrine. Gotta have big doors on that. A computer room. That probably would have been used for getting all their fixing data and computation, which would have been sent here to the plotting room. They would have plotted all their computations for firing. And here are the big double blast doors. With these ceilings and stuff. This has been through multiple hurricanes. Flooded numerous times. Look, holes. Hello? Hello? Echo! What I see inside there says shell storage room. I can't show it to you, but you can see it. There. These guys are just massive. We'll go up. Looks like we can't get all the way up anymore. We'll go up the old rickety stairs. That's some pretty serious stair stability there. It's breaking off. No, it's not. Of course, we're locked out. Up there would have been the actual upper batteries. So I'll have to do some research, but I believe these guns stayed down below, were loaded down here below, and
and then they would pivot up above the top and then fire and then come back down below.
Actually, this was not the battery with the guns that moved down. It was actually the forward battery, but we'll get to that in a little bit, and we have pictures of all the guns from these batteries, so stay with me. It's later in the video.
Switchboard room. Chemical warfare service room. Those are always fun. Like another little hole. Hello. I can see you. Yeah, another staircase that goes nowhere. Looky here, we got open doors with another locked cage. Yay. Turkeys. Shell storage room. Powder storage room back behind that one. Nope, let me get you guys not in the bars. Huh. All right. So we're just going to quickly move around here because I don't want to burn up too much time, so I can go get to the other side of the other batteries. Enlisted latrine. So of course, if you're a hard-working NCO or enlisted man, you know, you got to run a lot further than the officers do, especially when you really got to go. That's a massive crack. That's probably from Ike, and that has a lot of serious rebar in there, and it still tore it up pretty good. Hurricane Ike hit this area. The eye wall actually came right across here. It hit as a Cat 4 and maybe almost a Cat 5. And looky here. You know what we got there? Sneaky drainage tunnels. Hey, Waspy. Don't sting me. I won't bother you. You won't bother me. Okay, so and this would have been the other side of the Kimbo Battery. There would have been another large surface emplacement gun here. So these would have been on either side of the main batteries, which would have been up on the hill there, like I was saying. They would have popped out through the top. I'm not sure how many guns they had in this battery. It's a good possibility that things like this would have been secondary escape hatches, possibly. Way to move out of there, especially if they took a shell from an offshore bombardment and it collapsed the doors or something. See some signboards over there. We'll go get some quick video of those. All right, we'll pop back on shortly. So what we have here is an oversized. There's a map of the overlying entire area, so we were just right there. That's the battery Kimball we just went around and looked at. We're going to move over here to battery 236. I don't know if we're going to get all the way down here to the battery Davis, or if we're going to get up here, way over here to battery Ernst. We'll try to maybe take a look at Davis. Looks like it's got some stuff there. I just want to show you, this is how large this area was. This is a pretty large battery they had here to protect this inlet to Galveston, Houston. Here, so you'll see off in the background right there is a lighthouse. And the lighthouse is about 200 years old. And during the 1900 hurricane that took out Galveston, a large number of people who lived here on this island took refuge in there. The bottom half of it had most of the metal skin ripped off of it, but they survived at the top of it. Everybody who took refuge there survived. Almost everyone else on this island died that night.
So I went ahead and took what I was saying in this part of the video out and figured I'd voice it over, because I was just talking out the side of my neck because I hadn't read the signboard. I just took a video of it like a dumb eye. So actually, I had no clue what I was talking about, but this is actually just the Kimbo Battery again, and we're going to come over here to the signboard, looking at an aerial view of the Kimbo Battery. And so it had two gun emplacements, one on either side. They were very large guns. There they are. I want to say they were 12-inch, and they had a range of over 12 miles. These were off of a ship, and they did not go down in, which I was trying to say there. So that is actually on one of the other batteries, and we'll get to that shortly here. Pause this and read that part right there, and we'll see you in the next segment.
Fast, I wanted to show you. There were some other, these were other different types of building. They had, you know, another service club was over here on that far side there, and there was like a barracks right there, and this was something or other, and there was like an old pump house. Oh, it was somewhere back over that way. We drove past it, and we'll try to get some right in there. They have old water storage tanks that are still in use, and an old pump house out here. All right, well, we're going to take a quick walk, and then we'll be back. Here we are, walking up on Battery 236. We got more escape hatches here and here. We've got main entrances. We'll go check that out. We'll come back to this side. We'll work around. I guess we better get on the path. Gotta walk the right path. Interesting plant is some kind of cow killer berries. Not the oak leafy one, but actually this one. Isn't that strange? It's got red. Red usually means bad. I don't know. I'm not a horticulturist. I'm a musician. He just likes weird things. All right, look at this one. Oh, that's got a cool door on it. Isn't that awesome? I guess those would have been some sort of biological control vents. You can see where their supports are starting to rust all the way through the door itself. Hello? Can't see nothing. Pretty dark. Can y'all see anything? You kind of get that extra light thing when you get in there. I don't know. Next time I do this, I'm going to bring my flashlight. Sure is neat, though. Why don't they... You know, they'd spend all that time on that concrete work, you know, for something that's going to get shot at. Our government. They've made all these corners all pretty. Gotta have pretty blocks. Observation tower. Would have been a big tower right there. Oh, what do we got here? We got grates. Big step. See, yeah, there you go. I feel like Mad Max trying to sneak back in the Thunderdome. Hello! Echo! Boobs! Any Adam Sandler fans out there? All right, anything on this other side? Oh yeah, we got some stuff. Here we go with more of these escape hatch looking thingies. I would love to go up onto the bunker, but obviously they frown on that, even though there's a bunch of trails going up there. Dang, that mosquito was the size of a horse. Okay. It's not telling me what this is, but got a little observation thingy there. And some other ones here. Hello? Don't bite me. Ah, the eye. They had a way of putting that little metal protector up, and a hand, eye and hand. serious construction there. They got the angle deflecting concrete on this side. I don't know what they would have stored in there. Get that deflection concrete. That stuff is so thick. Looks like we can walk around the front here. Okay. Trying to keep each of these little segments, you know, in a 5 to 6 minute range, so we're not over 50-minute video here, but it looks like we're probably gonna be. I didn't realize there were 4 batteries out here. I thought there was only about 2. And I don't want to gyp y'all by only showing you 1 or 2 if there's 4, so we're gonna go find all 4. Alright, so here we are on the other side. So I'm assuming, would they have had a gun here? And that would have been ammo storage in the bunkers? It's kind of what I'm leaning towards. So each one of these were probably the gun emplacement. These were probably stationary guns, is my guess. Just gave them a different angle of attack. And then these were probably ammo storage, sighting, with just, you know, all that fun stuff. There was probably a guy here, and they could sit there and they could look out, bang, and talk to the tower in the back. And the way these doors are done with these vents like that, I mean, it just really makes you think, hello? I see no smoking. That's okay, I'm not on fire, so I'm not smoking right now. There you go, so that's this battery. So we're just gonna keep moving here. We're gonna shortcut the grass here, and we're gonna go right on out here to the forward battery. So I'll be right back.
All right, so now we're moving over to the Thomas battery. Look at this old brick road. This is all hand laid at the same time. So this battery was the one with the guns that went down. So as you read down below, it's going to tell you how they loaded them down below, and then they came up, and then every time they fired, the recoil would bring the gun back down to a loading position, so the men could stay down in a relatively safe area. So the gun's down right here, and then it would go up forward over that forward wall. Now this picture here, I thought at first was in 04, 2004, but July 30, that would be 1904, and I believe that was during some of the construction phases, or it may have been actually repair work from the 1900 hurricane. Anyhow, it's probably going to say everything down here, and I can't read it from this distance without zooming it. But this is probably one of the oldest of the batteries, definitely from pre-1900s. So there she is. Of course, you can't get into most of these anymore. When I was talking some more BS all through here where I didn't know what the heck I was saying because I was busy recording video and not really reading anything like a dumb eye. So I'm just going to let you look at these pictures while I point at silly things and say silly things. That building to the right-hand side, you'll notice, was not in that picture, so it was obviously built or added on later on there, this one there. I really wish we could have gone inside. You used to be able to go into this one here, but after Ike, they had to close it down. It had taken a lot of damage. I'm pointing out the way those concrete slabs there are laid in like blocks, like on a pyramid almost. And then on the top of this building to the right, in a minute here, I'll zoom in, and you notice these actually have angled, so they kind of angle into a point on the top of this. Kind of hard to see, but thought that was kind of interesting. You got your staircases. I believe I walk around to the front side here. And we kind of come over and take a look at the forward wall here. And you see this big hole. I'm going to walk right up to that wall in a second here, and I'm going to show you the way this concrete was poured. It looked like they literally would pour set up an outer wall, and then they would probably dump some Quikrete and a bunch of stone down in there, but they used very little concrete and lime. Looks like it's mostly just rock. And then they came back and sandcreted over the outside like an outer shell. Really interesting construction. And guys who know more about concrete, you know, put it in the comments down below. Just bloop it down there and let us know what exactly this is. I know nothing about concrete other than some is old, some's not. So that's all I'm doing. And this whole wall is constructed that way. I mean, you see it all the way over here, and you'll see it up at the very, very top where it looks like they just kind of capped this off. And so my guess is that's why they don't want people walking up there anymore. It's probably very brittle now. Just some really interesting concrete work. I figured I'd point out as we were looking around here. Now the seawall here was added after the 1900 hurricane, plus all this stone and rock, and there's a bunch of sandstone out here. Not quite sure where that came from, but I'm sure they dug it up somewhere. In a little bit here, actually, when we start walking off, I stop again and show you a couple pieces of sandstone that are really neatly formed by wind or water erosion. So anyhow, I'm going to pop out of this one here, and I'll continue on with the video the way I recorded it.
That's a really neat rock right there, though, isn't it? Hang on, let me get a better view for you. Look at that. Isn't that wild? Twisted, literally. Okay, we'll be right back. All right. So here we are on the last little corner battery, and I can't really get close again. Of course, I've got everything shut off. It's an open park now, so, you know, they got to be safe for all the goofballs. Better than I can. I don't know what y'all can see, but I'm not climbing down in that cactus for nothing, because they ain't got no prickly pear fruit on it, and I only eat the fruit. That's kind of cool though. That big old dock out there, probably from the last hurricane or whatever you want to call it. Little Nicky is what I'm calling it. Not exactly a hurricane. Sorry guys, didn't mean to keep y'all zoomed in like that. Wobbly squabbly. So here's the back side of this little one. So this would have just been a small corner battery. And we'll go up here and get the sign on it in just a minute. Not a whole lot to these. So again, that would have obviously been your ammo powder room. One on either side maybe, or probably the double door for the one, and then it would get hauled up somehow or another. Steep hill for an old guy. Yeah, interesting the way those stairs narrow as they go down. It's like, don't miss that first step or you'll fall in the hole. Obviously, it used to have an extra wall that came out right here. And those may have been parts of it. And there you go, guys. And that goes out, looks out to the Houston Ship Channel. So that's it. We're just gonna head over here. We're gonna get on. Everything looks like a building there is our ferry. Go get on one of those. Galveston. Here's a ship coming in. Yeah, Port of Houston, we're still running. What's the matter, Democrat LA? You can't keep the port going? Why? Because you got poor politicians. This is Galveston County, we're red. You see what's happening, stuff flowing. Guys, y'all be safe out there. I want to shut this down. I'll get her home. Oh, well, no, we're not. We're going to run over here real fast before I shut her down. I want to get that last placard for you. I'll stop being a dumb eye. We'll come down here and walk the red brick road. You know, those are some old hand-laid. Road goes all the way back over to that other battery we were just at, and there's another little thing right here we'll look at real quick. Battery Dolph Ernst. There's what she looked like, all her details. There's one of her guns. And let's see. That actually looks like this is a shot post the 1900 hurricane. You can tell there's some pretty serious debris and junk laying there. They're trying to clean her up. But that definitely looks like 1900 to me by the hats, although I wear a hat kind of similar to that. And let's get down here, let you get a shot of this. Alright, y'all pause that. Alrighty. So let's get this last little piece here. So this is a large room under here, obviously, that we're not going to get in and see. You can tell because it's such a large hill. My guess is this is probably the observation tower. What a beautiful view from here. And it probably went up a couple more stories, and they had a place underneath that they would have been down in there. And so my guess is probably on the front of this hill there would have been another opening that they could have seen out of from down below. Or they probably used, you know, this may have been a periscope. I didn't even think of that. Sealed off the top, but yeah, this might have been a periscope tube where it would have had mirrors on the top and the bottom, and they could have been down below with this going all the way up higher, another 40-50 feet up. Alright guys, so here we go. That's the end of the tour. I'm gonna go get a shot of the entrance, but this is Fort Travis on Bolivar Peninsula. We call it Bolivar Island, but it's actually right across Galveston Bay, on the east side of Galveston Bay from Galveston Island. Alright y'all, well, everybody be safe, stay healthy, and we'll catch you next time around. I know there's no music in this one. I'm going to keep it without music. Next video I put out will be music. How about that? Alright guys, y'all be safe. Peace, love, rock and roll. Thought I'd get this in here for y'all. Would have been the bunker. So this is showing you what all the different structures around here are out here. So those are all the different buildings and water storage tanks, more buildings and whatnot around the other batteries. And this tells you what they all were. I'll let y'all zoom and freeze and zoom and freeze and stuff. You know, all those zoomy, freezy things.
Well, guys, there you go. That was your quick little tour of Fort Travis. It's the United States Army Artillery Post. I believe they have another name for it. You'll see it here at the very end. So I believe it's called the Coastal Artillery. Anyhow, it doesn't matter. Fact is, I hope you enjoyed that. I'm not one of these big, you know, guys who do these sort of videos. I'm just a musician who usually does music videos. But if I'm out and about and looking at weird, strange places, I'm going to try to share it with you too. So, all right, everybody. So hopefully my next one will be another Seymour Duncan video or something in that nature. Peace, love, rock and roll, man. Y'all, hope you enjoyed. Be sure you like, subscribe, share it with your friends. Peace out.